This week I had a fantastic question from one of you after watching this video here about Webb Lake Providence here in Mt Juliet, Tennessee, the fantastic 55 and over community. I happen to be a vetted trade partner for the neighborhood as well as a seniors real estate specialist here in the state of Tennessee.
I have to toot my own horn, but beep, 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 beep.
And the question was about HOA fees. And it was such a good question that I figured maybe some of you were wondering the same thing. This person that was interested in Webb was scrolling through some listings and said, it looks like the HOA fees are completely random. They're all over the board. Why is that? Well, first of all, let me just say, they're not always accurate. Believe it or not, apologetically, not everything real estate agents put on listings are entirely true. Like this one that I saw this week, advertising a house with a 24-foot
in-ground pool. In-ground pool. In-ground pool.
So you always want to double check the details that are in a listing with your buyer's agent. But this question made perfect sense. As I was scrolling through some of these listings, it made perfect sense why it may seem that some of these HOA fees in Webb Lake Providence and possibly other Webb neighborhoods across the country may seem completely out of left field when you go from one house to the other without knowing this one detail. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here you can see this great home that's almost 2,700 square feet, recently sold here in Lake Providence just last month. And you can see that the monthly HOA fees are $350. Then looking at this 1,400 square foot house that sold earlier this year, the monthly HOA fees are listed at $436 for 1,400 square feet. 2,700 square feet, $350 a month. 1,400 square feet, $436 a month. Huh? Maybe that was just some random error on that one listing. How about this one that sold a couple months ago at 1,900 square feet and the monthly HOA fee is listed at $338 a month. And then you go to the next one that is only 1,200 square feet and that monthly HOA fee is $436. $436 a month? It's smaller than the other one. What's going on here? Well, the short answer is these homes with the slightly higher monthly HOA fees are what Webb calls their villa homes. They are zero lot line homes, or townhouses you might call them. So what's a zero lot line or a condo or a duplex or a townhouse? What's the difference? Well, zero lot line is the general term for homes that are connected. They share a wall. There is zero space from where this home stops and this home starts. Just to get terminology straight, the difference between a duplex or a townhouse or a condo may be semantics, but a duplex, for example, or a triplex or a quadplex, those are multiple residences that are typically owned by one entity, whether it's an individual or a company owns the building, the house, and multiple families live in it. It may have separate addresses, A, B, C, and D. A condo similarly falls under the umbrella of zero lot lines, but typically a condo has some sort of common area, whether it just be a lobby or a gym. That building, I like to think of it as a stack of blocks and you own one of those blocks that's stuck in the building. The Webb villa homes are also zero lot line homes where they are single family residences, but they share a wall with the neighbor's house. The term that I would use that most closely describes these are townhomes, simply because they are individually owned. You have a deed for your house. Your neighbor has a deed for their house. And in Webb, some of those units only have 2 units that are connected, so they're both what they would call an end unit. But one of the big differences, financially speaking, of owning one of Webb's villa houses versus owning a freestanding single-family home is that the homeowners association carries the cost of insurance and damage to the exterior of those villa or townhouse homes. Those common elements of a zero lot line home you share with someone else. So all that to say, what you're paying for homeowner association fees covers the exterior of the home, where if you own a single family freestanding home, that's all covered under your own personal home insurance policy or out of your own wallet if you call a repairman to come repair something. So what exactly does the HOA cover if you own one of Del Webb's Villa Series homes? Well, I can tell you this, stick around to the end or fast forward to the end if you want to, and you'll see that I've got several resources that I can send you that spell this out in detail. In addition to the grounds maintenance and the many amenities that all the homeowners in Webb Lake Providence help support through their HOA fees every month, what exactly is the HOA covering if you own one of their villa houses? Well, here's a short list, and know that every one of these headings has some fine print details underneath each one to specify exactly what is and isn't covered by the Homeowners Association. But if you own a Del Webb villa home, that additional amount in your monthly HOA cost covers foundations, exterior walls, roofs, vents and stacks coming out of the roof, utility connections, rain gutters and downspouts, window frames, not to be confused with the glass itself or the screen material itself. Entrance doors, sliding glass doors, and garage doors. Again, there's some fine print there that I can send you directly. And entryway sidewalks and driveways. If you own a freestanding single-family home in Del Webb, that entire list is your responsibility as a homeowner. If you own one of the villa zero lot line homes in Webb Lake Providence, yes, you pay a little bit extra per month compared to the rest of the neighborhood in your HOA fees, but the exterior of your home is covered by the HOA, or more specifically, the CA. They call it the Community Association for the villa homes. Now, since we're talking about additional HOA costs when you own a Del Webb Villa Series home, I need to also mention to you that when you buy any home in Webb Lake Providence, as a buyer, there is a 1% transfer fee, meaning 1% of the sales price of your house needs to be paid into the HOA in order to transfer yourself as a new homeowner into the association, with one exception, the Villa Series homes. If you buy a Villa Series home, you're going to pay an additional 1/3 of 1%. So when you buy a single family freestanding home in the neighborhood, you're going to spend 1% transfer fee, non-negotiable and not optional. But if you buy a villa home, you're going to be spending a total of 1.3333% 1.33333% of the purchase price of that Villa Series home. And if you want some more specific details about owning a villa home here in Webb Lake Providence, shoot me a text or an email and I can send you a 3-page copy of this document that details the maintained elements of the villa homes, and I can send you this complete 13-page guide on villa ownership. So I hope you learned something. I hope some of this information was valuable to you. If so, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button down below. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. God bless.